Joan and I will be in charge of the introduction of Tangyuan Yuanxiao. First, I would like to talk about the origin of Yuanxiao. It is also known as the Lunar Festival. And this festival falls on the 15th day of the first lunar month in the Chinese calendar. And it's actually as early as the Western Han Dynasty. This festival has already become a festival that is with great significance. And this festival marks the end of the New Year celebrations. And after the Yuanxiao festival, everything will return to normal, so everyone will go back to work, to school. So it is the day for the family to, the very last day for the family to have their reunion and gathering. Yeah. So in Chinese, Yuan literally means first, right? And Xiao means night. Yeah. So Yuanxiao, and according to this meaning, Yuanxiao is the first night of the New Year and the first time we can see the full moon in a very new year, right? And yeah, it is traditionally a time for family to gather together. And on this day, people will often carry lanterns at night, and they will solve riddles on the lantern, just like what Stanley's group has introduced last week. And besides the entertainment and beautiful lanterns, another important thing that people will do on this festival is that there will be small dumplings. Small dumplings balls that is made of glutinous rice flour, and which we call these balls yuanxiao. And legend has it that the custom of making yuanxiao and eating yuanxiao has originated during the Eastern Jin dynasty, which is Dongjing, in the 4th century. And then this festival and this custom became popular during Tang and Song periods. And reasons that we Chinese people will have yuanxiao is because the old Chinese people believe that the round shape of these yuanxiao and the round shape of these bowls which they served pretty much symbolize the family togetherness. And so eating yuanxiao and having yuanxiao may bring family harmony, but happiness and luck in the very new year. Yeah. And so after hearing all this, what is yuanxiao? Yeah, you may have this question. So again, yuanxiao is a glutinous rice bowl that's typically filled with sweet wrapping paste, seasoned paste, peanut butter, and even with matcha paste. And another interesting fact that I think you guys should know is that since similar in shape and taste, I think most of the people would consider or regard yuanxiao and tangyuan as the same thing. But due to different metal making and filling processes, yuanxiao is actually different from tangyuan. And in southern provinces, the usual method is to shape the dough of rice flour into balls, and then you make a hole, and then you insert these fillings into the hole, and then you close the hole and smooth out the yuanxiao by rolling it between your hands. And however, in the northern provinces of China, sweet or non-meat stuffing is usually the way they make yuanxiao. And in the northern part of provinces of China, people will press the fillings into hardened cores and dip softly in water, and then they'll roll these balls in a flat basket containing dry glutinous rice flour, like we can see in the first picture. And then a layer of the flour will further on sticks to these fillings, and which they again dip in water and roll the second time the rice flour. And so it goes and on and on and on, and then the fillings will eventually turn out to be like a snowball-like yuanxiao. And this is the way that they make in northern provinces.
First thing about the origin of tangyuan. It's about December 22nd. The purpose of that day is we usually worship our ancestor and God, and so that we making tangyuan. And the meaning I will first talk about the winter solstice. It's called 冬至, and it's because in our Chinese we have 24 solar terms. We call 24节气, and we have this solar term is because our farming culture, and because we have to those farmers in the past, they had to follow this solar term, and they had different jobs in different seasons, and so. When it comes to the winter solstice, it's almost the end of the year. And so in winter, it has the shortest day and it has the longest night. When it comes to winter, then almost every fruit or every rice or everything they can have harvest. So they will, it's also called an end of harvest festival. Yeah. Why we make Tangyuan? Because it has some different symbols. And first, Tangyuan, the round shape, it means the reunion of a family, because sometimes they may be separated to different places to work, and at the end of the year they will get together and celebrate. So they will make Tangyuan in their family and as the activity, and they will enjoy Tangyuan, the process of making Tangyuan, and when they have Tangyuan together. Yeah, and also why we have red and white Tangyuan, it's because it represents yin and yang. So we Chinese people are really view yin and yang as an important fact in our daily life, because it will affect something. That like we alive people we call yang, and when we die in afterlife we may become ghosts or something. That is so-called yin. And when yin and yang mix together, we will have the so-called the best result.